Let's go to page 109. This lesson is on parabola. Last time we start with the parabola with the vertex at origin. Today it's going to be the vertex can be anywhere in any general case. So if you look at page 110, you're going to have the equation, the theorem 3.2. You got y minus k squared equal to 4a x minus h. So this is going to be in the x direction, so it can be either this way or this way. Okay, and you get so this is the equation 3.4. Equation 3.5. Equation 3.5, you got x minus h squared equal to 4a y minus k. Again, this shows you the direction, so this is going to be in the y direction. So it depends on if it's positive or negative. So it can be this way or this way. Okay, so this is the direction. And h and k would be your vertex. Okay. And if you multiply things out, okay, you're going to get either, so like this one you multiply out and you put in the general form, you're going to get y squared plus dx plus ey plus f equal to 0. If you multiply this out and simplify, you get x squared plus dx plus ey plus f equal to 0. And later on, we're going to cover how to tell what kind of graph you're going to have. After we cover the ellipse and hyperbola, once we're done with all the graphs of different shapes, then we're going to go over how can you determine, by just looking at equation, what shape of graph will you have. Okay, so let's go over some examples. Let's go to example 1. It says draw the graph of the equation. You got y squared plus ax minus 6y plus 25 equal to 0. So you want to draw the graph of that. So first you need to do is going to complete a square, and the square will be on the left hand side, the non-square will be on the right hand side. So you can see the y squared, so this how the y have to be on the left hand side. So non-y will go to the other side. So you need to minus ax minus 25 minus 25. So this goes away, and you get the y's on this side, and get ready to complete the square. So from here, from this you get y, from this you get minus 3, so you have to plus 9. So you plus 9 over here, you have to plus 9 on this side, so you get negative ax minus 16. And then you have to factor out the coefficient before the variable to get in the proper form. So go and factor out the 8, negative 8, so you get x plus 2. So from here, this is going to be negative x direction. So you know that graph is going this way. It's going to be in a negative x direction. Okay? And the vertex is going to be at negative 2, 3. Right? That's your h and k, right? Opposite. And 4a is equal to negative 8 divided by 4 divided by 4. So a equal to negative 2. So again, the negative just shows you the direction, and the 2 give you the length. Okay? So now let's go ahead and graph all this. Now we have all this information, right? So let's go ahead and graph these. Okay, so vertex is at negative 2, 3. So that's the vertex over here. So vertex is negative 2, 3. And you have to go 2 that way, right? Negative 2, right? So negative x direction, you have to go by 2. So you go 2, then that's where you get the f. So f would be, so you start with the vertex and you go that way, that's the negative x, so that you get negative 4, right? Again, so when you're going this way, that's the x direction, and you go this direction, you have to go negative, right? So you start with negative 2, you go 2 more, you're going to get negative 4. And when you go horizontally, the y does not change. So again, you kind of have to trace the path to figure out your coordinates. Sometimes, especially we deal with the square roots. Okay, so this is your axis. So axis would be y equal to 3. That's your axis. Okay, now the opening is 8. That means you have to go up 4, go down 4 to get the other 2 points. So go up 4, and you go down 4, and that would be your point. Okay, and the directrix, you go the opposite direction. Again, a equal to 2, right? So from here, you go this way. So that would be a directrix. So here's your directrix. So directrix would be x equal to 0. Okay, and what else do we need? Okay, so we got vertex, we got the focus, we got the axis, we got the directrix. Now, if you want to, you can look for L, which is very obvious. Okay, so L is this length right over here. And you can see it from here, right? So in this case, the L equal to 8. Okay, this one could kind of cover up, so it's 3 right over here. Okay, there we go. And that's it for the example 1. Let's go to example 2. Okay, example 2, you can construct a graph of the equation. You got x squared minus 6x minus 12y minus 51 equal to 0. So this is x squared, so you have to get all the x on the left hand side, the non-x on the other side. So you need to go in plus 12y, plus 12y, plus 51, plus 51. So this cancels out. You got x squared minus 6x. You want to complete a square for the x. Okay, so let's get the complete square. So from this you get x, from this you get minus 3. So you're going to get plus 9. So you plus 9 over here, you need to plus 9. So you get 12y plus 60. Next, you go ahead and factor out the 12. So you get y plus 5. So from here, the graph is going to positive y direction. So again, from here, you know it's going to be positive y direction. Okay, and the vertex is going to be at 3, 3, negative 5. And the 4a is equal to 12. That's the opening. Divide by 4, divide by 4. So a equal to 3. So now you have all your information now. So let's go and sketch these things out. Okay, so vertex is 3, negative 5. Okay, so this is the vertex at 3, negative 5. Okay. Then next the a equal to 3. Now this is positive. This is up, right? This is a positive y direction, so you have to go up 3, right? A equal to 3. So 1, 2, 3, you go over here. So that's the F. Now when you go up, that's a y direction. So again, use this point. So since you're going up, they deal with y, so the x does not change, right? So y start at negative 5. When you go up 3, means you plus 3. So negative 5 plus 3, you get negative 2. And which is that, right? Notice it match, right? Now the opening is 12. See, the opening is 12, means you go 6 this way. So you go 6 this way, and you go 6 the other way. Again, this 12 is the opening. That's a lattice rectum, so that's 12. So you go 6 this way, 6 this way, and that's how you get additional point to go to graph. Okay, so next we need to get a directrix. Now since a equal to 3, so you go up 3 to get f, and you go down 3 to get a directrix. So go down 1, 2, 3, or you can just look at a graph, right? So over here, So that's your directrix. Okay, and let's get all the. So directrix would be y equal to. Now this is -5, right? This is -5, and you go down 3, you're going to get -8. Okay, and the axis goes to this one here, so it'd be x equal to 3. See that it goes through. So this should, it basically is the h. Okay, so you got all this information, and the length of the lattice rectum, the length will equal to, that's the opening over here, which is this number over here, equal to 12. Okay. So that's all the information you need for example 2. Okay. Okay, let's go to example 3. Example 3, it says parabola whose axis is parallel to the y-axis. So the axis is parallel to y-axis. So that's the A. That means so the axis is parallel to y-axis. So it means A is going this way. That means your graph is going to go this way, or it's going to go this way. Okay, so you can know that's what the information means. And the path through the point, so it goes to 3 points. Point 1 at 1, 1. Point 2 at 2, 2. And point 3 at -1, 5. Well, since we know that it's going to be in the right direction, so you know that the equation is going to be, this is going to be in the right direction. So you can start with your equation this way, right? Since this is going to be in the right direction, y goes over here. That means x has to go over here. Now that's all the information you have, okay? And so this would be this would be h, this would be k, and this would be 4a. So now you got 3 points, you got 3 variables, h, k, and a, right? So what you need to do is you have to substitute this into here to get the 3 equations, okay? Now this is kind of hard to work with. So from here, since you know that x is going to be square, right? Since the x has square, it's easier if you use the general form. So you're going to get x squared plus dx plus ey plus f equal to 0. So again, this just tells you have to use the x squared equation or the y squared equation. So now you're going to substitute. So the first equation, you're going to get 1 squared plus 1d plus 1e plus f equal to 0. So we did this before, right? We did this before with the 3 equations. So for the second equation, use the second point. So you're going to get 4 plus 2d plus 2e plus f equal to 0. And you get third equation, -1, so you get 1 squared plus 5d plus, time out, this is not right. Okay, so this d is, so x is -1, so minus d, and e, with this, for the y is 5, so it'll be 5e plus f equal to 0. Okay, so again, you always solve for f first, but that's going to simplify things a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to times this by -1 and put underneath each one of these. This has negative. I'm going to times it by -1 on this one and put under here. So times this by -1. So I get -1 plus d minus 5e minus f equal to 0. And I'm going to put this over here, right? So I get -1 plus d minus 5e minus f equal to 0. And put this over here. So -1 plus d minus 5e minus f equal to 0. So you add, again, first you want to eliminate the f, right? So this cancels out. So you got 2d minus 4e equal to 0. I'm going to divide by 2 to lower my number. So d minus 2e equal to 0. This one over here, I get 3 plus 3d minus 3e equal to 0. I'm going to divide by 3 to lower my number. So I get 1 plus d minus e equal to 0. And then I'm going to multiply this. I'm going to eliminate the d. So I'm going to multiply this by -1 and put under here. So multiply by -1. So I got negative d plus 2e equal to 0. Put over here. So I add. So I get 1 plus e equal to 0. So e equal to -1. So once I find e equal to -1, I can come here to look for, I'm going to use this one here to look for d. So d minus 2 times -1 equal to 0. So d plus 2 equal to 0. So d equal to -2. Once I find d and e, I can look for f and look for the easiest equation. Okay, I'm going to use probably this one. This is probably easier thing. Okay, so I get 1 plus d plus e plus f equal to 0. I'm using this one. Okay, I can choose the easiest equation to use. So I got 1 plus -2 plus -1 plus f equal to 0. And so this and this cancel out. So plus 2 plus 2. So f equal to 2. So once I find the d and f, I put back in the general equation like x squared minus 2x, e is 1, so minus y plus 2 equal to 0. And that's my equation. So you can do it, you can use the general form, or you can use this one. You can do the same thing. Use 0.1, put in there, you get one equation. But I think this is harder to use because of the 3 equations. So use this method. Okay. So when you have 3 points, you use a general form and just work it through.